Okay, so it's been a couple days, and I hope sound levels and everything is good to go. Who knows though? I somehow screwed that up. So I've actually done some coding, just kind of off video, and what we have now is the ability to actually place tiles of different colors on the screen at a given like XY position. So if I run this, hopefully it still runs. There we go. So each of these tiles, there's no border to them. I'm not sure if we can add a border. That would be kind of cool. But each of these tiles is 128 by 128, and the little blue square representing the player is 64 by 64. And you can see I'm kind of cross patterning. Is that a word? Cross patterning? I'm making a pattern of the colors here. I believe every odd number I iterate over in terms of tile, or in terms of the tiles I'm iterating over, is assigned the color brown. If it's even, it's green. Or at least I think so, from what I remember. So, let's go through some of the code, what I've changed, or what I can remember that I changed. I'm really winging it here with source control. I'm not making any commits whatsoever, but that is fine. So, I added a color class, and I'm thinking of possibly just ditching this color information from attributes or adding color to attributes. In any case, yeah, you can see I have a little to do there. So we have color and we have tile. And where's our tile.h? There he is. Right, we're looking at him. So one of the constructors now takes in a color. And I defined all these colors in engine. So we have initialized colors here. And initialized colors, I just grabbed a bunch of RGB values off of Google. And I initialize all of the colors there and their definitions. Let's see. We have now render tile. I'm keeping render tile and render player separate because I figure render player might have more going on later on, and tiles would be like their own separate logic. Then I created this render world tiles method here, which we may have worked on a little bit in the last video, where I take the screen width and height and the standard dimension of our tiles, which is 128, and I create a kind of world map stored in a vector. Now, I said this is going to be like Minecraft, but not really like Minecraft, and I have no idea how they go about like storing what's where. And, worst case, what we could do is have like for optimization, not that I should be thinking too hard about optimization at this point, but we could chunk load a lot of this stuff. So we could keep our world map relatively small at a known size of, 64 by 64 tiles or whatever, and then load chunks as we go along. But I think that's like way too far ahead. I don't even have basic movement. So anyway, I go through, you can see this little logic here I'll probably tear out. We'll actually add a to-do replace with actual world gen logic. Because ideally we would have some algorithm that would go about like, it's funny is I did something like this right when I first started to program, but it was in Python. It was all in ASCII in like a terminal console, and I think I was using curses to like color stuff. And I made like generated oceans and landscapes and stuff. They weren't great looking, but they did replicate a form of a landscape, and I want to do something like that again, like fill in areas with grass, and then fill in areas with dirt or sand, and fill in areas with water, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but of course, that logic is a little far ahead. Keep getting ahead of myself. We have the actual initialization of the tile, and then we push it into our vector, and then we push the vector into the world map. And so if we run this, I'm very much generating these tiles like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, right? Like each of these rows here is a vector. And I looked it up, and there is some contention over whether like I should be using a 1D vector to kind of track all of this. I could, but I don't know. I mean, we can optimize later on if it gets messy and like really slow, but I'm not sure it will. In any case, we iterate through that vector, we create, we render the world tile. Let's see. To do, possibly make this a property of engine. And we might separate this out. Perhaps the engine is like more about rendering stuff, but like the world tile kind of system and the world generation system might go into its own class full of logic. But I want to keep around this vector. I think, at least to tell where the player is at any given point, we might be able to reference back. I'm not sure about the use value of this yet, but we may or may not find a use value. This is not going to be a long video. I'm actually on my lunch break, so this is probably just going to kind of go over some of the stuff I've done and talk about maybe what to do next. So, in any case, yeah, I might pull out some of this logic and shove it into a new class so that the engine only runs the game, but we have like other classes that actually generate the logic that should be ran, if that makes sense. So like generation of these vectors of tiles that we then feed to the engine to then produce said world. So we have render tile here where we go through all of those. It renders. Let's see. Do we have anything else I added here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So, yeah, moving forward. So, we need, I guess the next thing would be building out that world generation tool. But maybe we can start with that in engine. What I think I need to do is like look into some algorithms about world generation in general. How does the Minecraft world gen work? I betcha someone's written some article about this. I betcha. Yeah, I know. Sponge? Is that what they're calling it nowadays? I don't know. See, back in my day, we had Bucket. And Bucket was what we used, although Bucket is long dead, I believe. Oh, crap. Is this still up? That's cool. Yeah, I just remember, like, Bucket being a whole thing. Oh, yeah, this name? I reckon. Yeah, that's an old name. Man, I missed Minecraft. Maybe I'll have to play that again. So world generation. Okay. So the first phase is providing a chunk in the generation phase. This is primarily responsible for the creation of the base terrain shape, generation of biomes, and larger features such as villages and caves. It's a populated 2D biome buffer with biomes that correspond to each one by one column within the chunk. Generation populator. Ah! Okay. Well, let's oh man, I watched a YouTube video where a guy was like going through some documentation about how all this worked. I wonder if it was just straight up Wikipedia or something. See, like, what's annoying is like they're like, oh, here's the basic idea of how it works. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is rad. Biomes, yeah. Oh, phenomenal. This is very much, I think, what I do. Create an account? Create an account? I think not. Can we get around this? Oh, do they like straight up not even load the page content? That would be so annoying. Man, I just like it's just so obnoxious when, I just want to read a gosh dang article. Why does everything need my email, you know? Well, looks like I might not be able to get around this one. Sometimes they just add some CSS that's super easy to like, get around, but apparently not this time. Okay, well, we'll end the little video here. And I will take some time. I will try to find some resource about this. I mean, we can probably get away with some, like. Maybe I just need to bust out some pen and paper. And, like, I'm not very good at math, but I'm good at logic. Okay, I'm not very good at logic, but I'm okay at thinking through stuff. What the heck is this? Yeah, I'm pretty okay at thinking through stuff. So maybe I just need to sit down with some math and some diagrams and draw it out. Um, Short video. Thanks for watching. The direction forward, I hope, is clear. I'm just happy again that I was able to produce some colored tiles here on the screen. It's pretty rad. And we can change these. Let me just show you really quick how easy it is to change. So, like, we come down here, color equals red. And if we run this, then we'll have a bunch of red. See? Anyway, I'll see what happens as I move through this a little more. See what I can find out. Thanks for watching.